What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. And today, guys, I'm going to be reviewing Wrestletalk magazine, Bray's Second Coming. This is from December of 2022. In October 2022, at Extreme Rules, he would make his return. But sadly, we would lose him in August of 2023. So this is that magazine I already did a review of. But I wanted this one to talk about his return to the company. So you have Bray Wyatt right here. You have Huskus the Pig, Mercy the Buzzard, and the Fiend, and Rambling Rabbit as real life characters. And you have huge backstage bust up, CM Punk gone, Paige is back. After much speculation, Wyatt returns to WWE. So let's get into this. Let us Bray. After much speculation, Wyatt has returned to WWE. Is this his one last chance to make it work with WWE? And I would say yes. Even though he passed away, I think he was getting on to greater things with this return off of WWE. You also have Brawl Out, the importance of entrance music, surviving test of time, review of Extreme Rules, and the Comeback Kid. And you have Matt Riddle right there. So, Hangman Concussed, you can read that. Brawl Out Fallout. If you were worried about CM Punk wouldn't be a controversial figure in AEW, then I hope you're happy with yourselves, because he's only gone and made the last 2 months of Summer Punk again, but for all the wrong reasons. So you can read that there, even though he's injured right now and can't main event WrestleMania. So I don't know. But, so, Wyatt back in WWE. WWE has been teasing that everyone's expected to be the return of Bray Wyatt for several weeks with their White Rabbit QR codes and visual hints. And Wyatt would finally return to them following the main events of Extreme Rules. A potential Wyatt 6 faction has been teased, but for some part, Bray Wyatt's been playing an entirely new character during his appearances on TV, on-screen promos. Wyatt has been much genius personality addressing the audience as Bray Wyatt rather than a supernatural creature who got pinned by Goldberg, or as I like to call him, Oldberg. However, that's not to say that there's some supernatural effects to the character, as his promos were interrupted by a video of his brand new mask, which many people have taken as sight, as he will have a new split personality gimmick. Bray is no stranger at having split personalities, with his Fiend gimmick coming to an end, but then getting released by WWE back in July 2021. The return of Bray Wyatt, arguably the most creative wrestler in WWE has ever had, was always like to bring it with some level of spooky fun. But to what degree the spookiness will reach it as yet to be uncleared. Then they talk about Paige is back and ready to wrestle. You can read that. She was taken back by Edge and Daniel Bryan. The OC are back, but it's not all good news. And you can read that if you like. Talk about the awards. TV match of the month, Sheamus versus Walter from the October 7th. Wrestler of the Year, MJF. TV Episode of the Month, AEW, October 18th. And then you have TV Show of the Month, October 14th, with Bray Wyatt coming out with that excellent return promo. Yeah. Would there be the return of Bray Wyatt? Wyatt's very real promo to the crowd was in stock in contrast to everything Wyatt has done, and he was cut off by his spooky mask, leaving us wanting more for the following weeks with fresh content WWE has put on in a very long time. Yeah. And then you have MJF right here. You have the Lucha Brothers and Orange Cassidy. Then you have a section with Will Ospreay. You can read it right here. And then it's all about Saraya and how she came back to wrestling after 6 years. But this is what I want to talk about today. Let us bray instead of let us pray. One more chance to make it all count for the man behind the myth. This is from Wyatt's promo from the October 14th episode. This is me, genuine me for the first time. This past year, I've lost a lot of things. I've lost my career. I've lost my self-confidence. I've lost two people that were very, very, very close to me. And I lost my own way. I got to a point in my life where I thought everything I ever done here was all meaningless. That nothing I ever did here mattered to anyone. And I was wrong. Thank you. You all saved my life. Bray Wyatt, October 14th, 2022. And if you guys want to read part of this, anyone who saw Bray Wyatt's return on promo on SmackDown this past October could judge him for themselves what percent of his words they thought were real and how many of the vignette was simply a vehicle to kickstart the next big Wyatt-based storyline. Part of the joy of pro wrestling is witnessing real-life emotions woven into the fabric of matches and promos, and knowing that beneath the surface there is a curtain amount of truth to what's being said. Here's why it's got on balance absolutely spot on. The wrestling world has been wondering for more than a year of what could be the next move of the very own Wyndham Rotundus unexpectedly got released from WWE in July 2021 after more than a decade with the company. Retirement, return, or go ahead to AEW simply seemed the most likely move all along. And indeed, it was the second those that turned out to be correct. Only time would tell if he truly gave any thought to the alternative during the interview point. One thing who can say with a little more credibility is choosing to return. Wyatt made many thousands, if not million people very happy. Indeed, for those 16,000 people in Wells Fargo Center for Extreme Rules that witnesses Wyatt's first return onto a WWE broadcast. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to repoint here. In 18 months, welcoming him back with clapping our hands, applaudness, to the very comments positive online. Wrestling fans are happy to welcome Bray Wyatt home, and people were very sad to see him go. I'm sorry. In this very magazine, we wrote last year that finding happiness is more important than wrestling. Next year, we hope Bray Wyatt finds his rotunda return to the company. Oh, hold on. Next year, we hope Bray Wyatt finds his. Rotunda's return to the company made his name. The wrestling organization he ever worked for would suggest that he found his happy place. His absorbed return promo clearly hinted at personal problems and self-confidence issues. The nature of these are not clear, but time away from the spotlight was clearly needed, and who could blame him? No one should be judged for stepping away for things to spend some more time working on your state of mind. Quite the opposite, they should be praised, but for bravery it took to regroup and go again in any walks of life. Wyatt knew more than anyone that things needed to be different this time. The first incarnation of Bray Wyatt in WWE were some of the most fantastic work of any performer in the company's history. They are far more than perfect. His time away gave Wyatt the clarity he needed. If not the case, wrestling fans could be in one of the most thrilling rides yet. They think it's all over. So you can read the rest. You can pause it to read it. Because everyone thought when he got released in 2021 it was all over. But it was this man, Triple H, to bring him back. So I'm going to... Triple H told The Wrap. We asked ourselves, how could we bring back Bray Wyatt in the most engaging way possible? So we created the White Rabbit Project, entitled to lead our audiences down the rabbit hole of content to help build anticipation for Wyatt's return on Peacock at Extreme Rules. It started with the flickering light, the flickering lights in arenas, and continued in the releases of other Easter eggs, like hidden QR codes within episodes of SmackDown and Raw that led viewers to more clues that kept it going. It clearly achieved that much, whether or not the payoffs led to anything substantial in the long term. Who knew? All may have been revealed by when this magazine hit the shelves, but Triple H openness to experimentation, I don't know how to say that word, with regards to Wyatt, seems like it could go in a number of different directions. From a new alter ego, a new Wyatt-led faction, to all mattered of names rumored to be under consideration to stand under the lights that felt famous, some flickering lanterns. And you can read more. Former stablemates Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan are pretty obvious guesses. His real-life younger brother Bo Dallas, rumored to be making his own WWE comeback. Alexa Bliss would be a no-brainer unless I'm having trouble hearing. Liv Morgan is... Shut up! Liv Morgan is seen to be more left-field choice for a female role, and whatever is coming, there's a logical connection to Joe Gacy in NXT, current resident weirdo, sometimes as a mini Bray in his own right, but what about Karrion Kross and Scarlett? Aleister Black, or as we know him as Malachi Black. Clearly something is cooking. Trademarks registered for Uncle Howdy and the Uncle Harper tells us that much, as does anyone with an appreciation for how Rotunda mind works in real life, or how seriously he takes his creative process. Mind over, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going, but I'll go page by page so you can pause it. We are living through at least a third incarnation of Bray Wyatt, depending on how liberally he interprets things, and all that kind of reincarnation is itself and deprived to recreate himself as a matter to the likes of Kane and The Undertaker in years past. The first year of Wyatt's NXT and WWE existence were spent as a cult-like Wyatt family, alongside Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, with Matt Hardy and with The Fiend. It was all Bray's brainchild. He had these ideas and we did some artwork. It wasn't really hitting home with Bray, so we got a really, really good sketch artist named Kyle. Ooh, look at that, from St. Louis, Missouri. Holy crap. To do some concept artwork for him. These sketches were awesome, and we took them down. We took those and brought them to life. There were good blueprints, and we put our own stamp on it, on the mask as well. Really? So you guys can read the rest of this. The Firefly Funhouse, The Fiend, and everything wrapped up in his new presentation about the Funhouse and all that. And then they talk about the disgusting match of Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. I know, but it's bad. They're talking about the movie they were supposed to make in 2021 after he got released. Here, while Rotunda was on hiatus from WWE, the four-man Baker detailed working on a movie with the former Bray Wyatt on the back of his working relationship they've personally developed. It clearly pointed to where Rotunda's heart lied during his time off, since reports of the former Nexus member getting back into the ring were few and far between. The makeup and special effects told Metro on the tails of the end in 2021. Wyatt's a professional collaborator. He's been a very good friend, and you're the first person that we publicly telling about. We're starting a film at the end of the month. And then you guys can read the rest here if you guys want. And then, for some reason, Cody Rhodes is in here. A Family Affair with Bo Dallas and IRS, talking about how they got signed together. You guys want to read that? Growing Pains, talking about he got eliminated from season 2 of NXT, coming back to FCW, the change that would change the world forever, with Bray Wyatt, with Wyndham recreate himself as an eerie cult leader, Bray Wyatt. a 4-month off TV. Yeah. Then WrestleMania 30 with John Cena. Going to 2015 with Undertaker and Kane. Going to 2017 with the WWE title. The father figure, Vince McMahon, and all that, but you don't want to hear that. But you can read it. And talking about the Fiend. The spider walk that he did. WWE fans included. Neither will get another go at being this slick. For Bray Wyatt and for WWE in general, the opportunity awaits. Can they make it count this time? Let's follow the buzzards and find out. So... And then we have in this magazine why entrance music is so important. So, I hope you enjoyed the Bray Wyatt part in this magazine. If you want me to make another video on this, just about Bray Wyatt, let me know. I love wrestling entrance music. There's nothing more exciting and gets me amped more than a good wrestling theme, but a wrestler's entrance is far more than actually being good. It tells a story. It can get viewers excited. So you can read that if you like. Making a impression. They talk about Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Sami Zayn, Bobby Roode. All those good entrance themes. Making the right choice. And then you have Nakamura and The Rock. And then you have the Brawl Out, which I might make a separate video on. So, just talking about each part of the magazine. You can read this if you like. And just more. Yeah, I think I'm going to make like several videos on this one magazine. If you guys would like that, please let me know in the comments. Because this video is getting too long. You guys can read that. Turning the screw. Shoot to kill. Then you have Ace Steel and CM Punk. And then we get to surviving the test of time, about Survivor Series and all that. You guys can read. And just talking about the different matches they had. You had the 2014. Talking about 2016. 2019. 90s. Then you have Extreme Rules. And this is where I want to talk about. The last thing I want to talk about. With Wyatt, and then you have all that. But it's Wyatt time. It's rabbit hole time. The arena plunged into darkness. The crowd held on to their torches on their phones. And the speaker started playing. He's got the whole world in his hands. We saw full life-size Sister Abigail, a burnt fiend mask on the commentary table. Mercy the Buzzard, Huskus, and Rambling Rabbit. Michael Cole and Corey Graves were fantastic, effective, getting over with the confusion of whether or not part of the broadcast. A short film showed the Firefly Funhouse in ruins. All the puppets were dead, and the TV set flickered onto the show a new face, something even deeper in Bray's subconscious to ask, who killed the world? We all figured it out. We all knew it was Bray. This could have left it there, but it was just like a wrestling match with hope spots, building hope spots. They kept the anticipation rising and the rising and rising. A door appeared on the screen or stage. I'm freaking tingling right now. It kicked open. There's a light. The light shuts off. A torch. Oh my God! Then a man walked out wearing a mask from the TV set. Yes! This was one. Bray Wyatt to a huge holy shit chant. That's Philadelphia and the EC for you. ECW for you. Whereabouts of CM Punk were all real, not in pro wrestling, which turned out very well in the end. This was Bray Wyatt returning to sports entertainment with all shreds of shoot reality inside. I don't really care if he's constantly an impossible person to book in feuds. He was once again becoming the hottest thing in the industry of pro wrestling. Imperium versus the Bruce, the soap opera, and then the Brock Lesnar Digger, the Solo Sikoa debut, and now the Bray Wyatt return. All 3 hours in a sports entertainment done right. WWE Extreme Rules is 95%. So you have Karrion Kross, Sheamus and Walter, Bianca Belair, Finn Balor versus Edge, and Matt Riddle, and then you have the Bray Wyatt return. And then they get into the Comeback Kid, and you can just read all that. I'm not going to go over all of it. And then you have Shawn Michaels and Undertaker from 26. Bryan Danielson got trained by Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 12 against Bret Hart. And then him running NXT. And you just have these pages. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty good magazine. Talking about the wild world of Vince Russo. None of your wrestling business this month, Ric Flair. Just talking about Ric Flair. Food and drinks, TV and gaming, finances and e-comedy. Yeah. And then they talk about Triple H and how he's a genius, which he is. And then they talk about William Regal. And then you can get the Undertaker DVD. I think the complete collection of WrestleManias. All 27 matches on the first time ever to own on a 6-disc set. So guys, if you guys would like me to make more videos about this magazine, please let me know. There's a lot of content for a lot of videos. I'm thinking of making another Bray Wyatt video about the article on Bray Wyatt, and about the Brawl All Out thing with the press conference and all that. So if you guys would like to see that, please let me know it in the comment section down below. And do you guys have this magazine? Let me know in the comment section down below as well. And please hit that subscribe button right here. And what cover do you like better of the Bray magazines I have? Do you like this one with all the fireflies on it? Or do you like this one? I think I like this one better. But this one, I don't know. But please let me know if you have either of these magazines. And please hit that subscribe button right here. So guys, this has been Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. And I'm out. Peace!